Joan Jett's signature tune is a foot-stomping female empowerment anthem that transformed the former Runaways guitarist into a bona fide rock star. But the song also changed her in ways she never could have dreamed of. In 1976, Joan Jett was touring England as a member of the groundbreaking all-female rock band, the Runaways. One night she was relaxing in her hotel room and decided to flip on the TV. A music show hosted by a band called The Arrows was on. Since Jett had heard of the band, she decided to watch. The band ended the episode by playing one of their B-sides, a song called I Love Rock and Roll. It was the first time Jett had heard the song, and by the time the Arrows finished playing it, she was squealing with excitement. According to Bad Reputation, the unauthorized biography of Joan Jett, she knew she had to cover this song. However, getting the song recorded was a hassle that took a number of years. In 1979, 3 years after first hearing the Arrows' version of I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett hooked up with 2 members of the Sex Pistols, drummer Paul Cook and guitarist Steve Jones. Together, they recorded the track she'd been dreaming of for so long. Jett released this version of the song as the B-side to her single You Don't Own Me. In a 2010 interview with Uncut, Jett recalled what it was like working with Cook and Jones. She told the outlet, "I did a very early version with them. It was great working with them, and no, there was no sense of trepidation on my part, despite the fact that everyone was telling me they were the most notorious band on the planet." The Runaways label before the band broke up in 1979 was owned by Polygram, and they were handling distribution for the new single too. However, the company's executives weren't interested in Joan Jett or her version of I Love Rock and Roll, according to Songfacts. Since Jett and her producer Kenny Laguna believed the song would be a hit, Laguna bought the rights from the record company for cheap. From there, The Who bankrolled studio time and transportation for Jett to record her first solo album, Joan Jett, which would later be repackaged as Bad Reputation. However, Jett held off from re-recording I Love Rock and Roll until she could get a major label deal. When Jett signed with the major label in 1981, she was finally ready to re-record the song. But first she needed to rewrite some of the lyrics. Alan Merrill and guitarist Jake Hooker of the Arrows wrote I Love Rock and Roll in response to the Rolling Stones' It's Only Rock and Roll, But I Like It. In the original song, the lyrics are about a guy picking up a young girl and taking her back to his place. In Jett's tweaked version, the tune is about a girl who notices a guy next to a jukebox and brings him home. As Songfacts points out, other hit songs of the era also had sexual overtones, such as Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot. However, Jett sang about men in such an unapologetic and aggressive way that I Love Rock and Roll went on to become an anthem about female empowerment.
If people want to call the song an anthem, I think it's wonderful.
Right.
I really think it's great.
According to Bad Reputation, there was initial pushback from radio stations when the song was released. They felt it was too hard-hitting for rock radio. But it didn't matter. I Love Rock and Roll shot up the charts, quickly achieving the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. The song held steady there for 7 weeks. The album it appeared on, which was also titled I Love Rock and Roll, reached number 2 on the Billboard charts. I Love Rock and Roll also helped shape Jett's image as a badass rock star, while simultaneously making her an inspiration to many female solo artists. In a 2008 interview with Mojo magazine, Jett spoke about the song's lasting impact. She told the outlet, "I think most people who love some kind of rock and roll can relate to it. I quickly realized this song is gonna follow you, so you're either gonna let it bother you, or you gotta make peace with it, and feel blessed that you were involved with something that touched so many people."